at certain. Here's my thing on the take with it. If my child necessarily want to wear things that's pertaining not of his quote unquote assigned gender,
Right.
it will be a little difficult for me not to say that I will and I wouldn't. Because at the end of the day, kids just like stuff.
Exactly.
They don't know the gender roles that's assigned to these quote unquote toys. And that's what it says, should you make, gender neutral toys and stuff and gender neutral clothes. Because these kids don't know. Kids just like what they see.
And kids don't know. That's why kids need structure and guidance. And
But I think that's putting society's rules on them.
I don't think so. I don't.
I do.
I think, because my thing is, I remember she mentioned in the article that, well, back in the day, so-and-so wore dresses. Well, also back in the day, guys did different things. I don't think you should compare today's society
like
to...
she did also say that you let a piece of cloth determine your child's sexuality.
But I think a dress is more than a piece of cloth. And I don't think it's determining his sexuality.
You know what? I think it's more so out of the embarrassment of the parent. The reason why they wouldn't want their child to have on a dress, because people, the looks that you would get or the things that people would say, oh, they raised their child to be a punk. They raised their child to be a faggot. Like things like that. I think that's the reason why a lot of people in society won't allow their child to wear a dress.
I feel like it's about the parent too, because like I said, you are making the major decisions for this child. Like you're a parent of an 8-year-old. An 8-year-old can't do too much.
No, if my child wanted a Barbie doll, I'm going to buy the Barbie doll. Because at the end of the day, it just wants that toy. It likes that toy. It doesn't, my child don't know what, if a 3 or 4-year-old, they don't really know what being a girl and a boy is. They don't know.
That's why you have to guide them.
But that's still society telling, that's just like, we know we're black.
Right.
That's like somebody telling you, you can't do this, and this is the guidelines for being a black child.
I don't think it's the same thing.
It's the same thing to me.
I don't think it's the same thing.
And you're right. You don't, but I do.
I don't.
I do.
I feel like, because like back in the day, she was like, well, back in the day, the people wore dresses and they were men. I feel like back then, they had their guys doing different things. Yeah, everyone wore dresses. Today, a dress is the stereotypical, or whatever you want to call it. It's a symbol for being a female. Is it not? When you think of a dress, what you think of? Do you think of gender neutral stuff, or do you just think of a female?
And in our time, yes.
Yes.
But like you said, during different times and period of time, men they wore stockings, they wore heels.
Right. Exactly.
Way before women were wearing heels.
But just like back then, men did different things. Like the men did different things than the women. So back then,
but there was no roles in saying that a man couldn't wear stockings, a man could wear heels, a man could wear wigs.
I don't think it's about wearing things. I think it's more of a symbol of what it represents.
But if you think about now, over like Arab countries or like Japan and stuff like that, where they wear like kimonos and stuff like that, they're not necessarily, they're very gender neutral. They're not very they're not like, okay, this is an assignment of this is a boy clothes or this is a girl clothes attire.
Right. I don't think it's about, at the end of the day, it's really not about the dress. I think it's about what it represents. Because those other countries, they may not be gender neutral or whatever, but they homophobic. Arab countries, African countries, some of those countries wear quote-unquote kilts are very homophobic.
That's what I'm saying. But in this particular article, this is what it's saying. And like you were saying, this is for you to guide your child. But at the end of the day, if your child's going to be transgender, if your child play with trucks and wear overalls all day, your child's still going to be transgender. It has nothing to do with your child.
And I believe that too. And you can't control what your child's going to be, but I can guide my child the best to how I see it.
But at the end of the day, if your child's going to be transgender, bisexual, gay, or lesbian, or whatever, you can guide your child all boy things. But at the end of the day,
but my thing is,
that.
Whatever your child turned out to be, you're still supposed to guide him to what you think is best. Now, you may not turn out how I want you to be, but I did my best, and this is what I thought was right.
No,
that's how I feel.
And see, that's why I disagree.
Right.
Because, like I said, I figured buying a child a Barbie or G.I. Joe or whatever manly toy or truck or Legos, if the child's going to be gay or transgender, it has nothing about that toy.
But to me, it's not about not being gay or transgender. It's about raising a man and raising a woman. At the end of the day.
Well, you
to
can
me.
still raise at the end. Again, you can still raise a male child or a female child to be that a male or a female.
Right.
I don't really care. Like, okay, for instance, the movie Frozen, the Let It Go.
Okay,
That Frozen.
Yeah. I was like,
All the kids love that. The little boy kids love that. They sing the Let It Go song, and all the girls love it.
okay.
And it's a particularly female role, bigger role in the movie versus some of the other movies where the male had the bigger role than the female.
Okay.
So you want to let your child watch Frozen because there's a boy and that's more of a female quote unquote cartoon.
There's a difference between watching something on TV and personifying something. Like, you're gonna watch a lot of shit on TV. That don't mean I'm gonna let you put on what you saw on TV.
But they say that TV is the same way. That TV is influencing the kids to be.
I mean,
whatever.
a lot of things are influencing the kids, and I can't stop everything. But the things that I can control, I will control. That's how I feel.
I think it's such a contradiction because if you let your child watch Frozen, that's just the same as buying your child.
But I
Frozen.
can't control everything my child does. But the things I can
because
control,
at the end of the day, your child can still be Elsa. With
so you're telling me,
pants and
but
jeans.
okay, but I'm the parent, and that's how I feel. Maybe I feel like Frozen is not that bad of a movie. Maybe I feel
And
like
you're right.
Frozen.
And I feel that me buying my
exactly,
child,
and that's just a disagreement
Barbie
between parents.
is the same thing.
And that's how you feel as a parent. That's how you feel.
Because if we want to raise these quote unquote, as society say, these hetero alpha males, so I wouldn't let my child watch anything that's pertaining to a girl. I only want him to watch like
I think that's a
Transformers
slippery
and all that
slope.
stuff.
I think that's saying that.
But
just
that's
because
still,
I won't do this, mean I won't do a whole bunch of
that's
stuff. And I don't think that's the
but
same
that's
thing.
Yeah, it's still kind of the same thing. If
I
you say-
don't.
If you're guiding your child versus him wearing a dress for one time,
I think that's assuming I'm going to make my child do really macho things like this, that, and the other. And I think that's a very slippery. So I don't think that's the same thing. I think it's putting me in this one box of a parent. I think, because, hell, I was in band.
So why wouldn't you allow your child to wear a dress?
Because I'm raising a boy. I'm raising a man. And to me, men don't wear dresses. This is my decision as a parent. That I think it's real simple. I don't think
that's the same thing when people say that, like I said, you cannot watch Frozen because Frozen is a girl movie.
Hey, if a parent feels that way, that's how they feel. I don't think that's the same thing. I think you're going to watch a lot of things on TV that are men, that's built for men,
But
built
you
for
said
women, built
you're
for this,
raising
built
a
for that.
man. A man shouldn't watch things or pertain to things of a girl.
But maybe I feel like that Frozen, because I've seen Frozen. To me, Frozen isn't that bad of a movie. I don't think Frozen is uber feminine to me. And then Frozen has a traditional theme. I don't think Frozen's have a bad influence on you type of movie like that.
It doesn't. Frozen actually
me,
doesn't have a
yeah.
traditional thing. This is where the women actually save the day versus a male saving the day.
And I don't think nothing's wrong with that. I don't have a problem with Frozen.
No, I'm just saying in general, but it's still more of a girl thing.
And I still feel like there's a huge difference between watching something that's girly, that you call Frozen girly on TV, versus putting on a dress. And to me, that's different.
I think it's the same.
I don't think.
I think it's the same.
I think that's I don't think, no.
I really do. I really think it's the same. I honestly do. Because at the end of the day, you can control, if you're raising your child to be a man, and me and you both kind of grew up in the same era of time. I might grow up a couple more years before you, but when you had these things, like, again, I personally never had a doll. Never really wanted a doll. Well, the only doll I had was a My Buddy. And I had a Boy Cabbage Patch doll. But besides, like, I never wanted to play with, like, Barbie and stuff like that, like, because I like toys. I liked what I seen on TV. I like the G.I. Joes, the Thundercats, Transformers, that kind of things. I liked that. I didn't want the strawberry shortcake. Mm-hmm. You know, that's not what my thing was. But if I had a child who preferred strawberry shortcake toys over Transformers, I'm going to give it a strawberry shortcake. It's not going to make my child less of a man or not.
Right. See, my thing is, I still think there's a difference.
When it
comes to parenting. I do. I don't think it's all in one box like that.
No, I know. I do agree with you because everybody's different, so everybody's going to raise their child differently. Right. But I feel that now allowing your child to wear a quote-unquote a dress.
Now, what I will teach my child is, just because Jamie want to wear a dress, that I mean you can make fun of him and do crap like that. I'll teach my child that.
Okay.
But as far as you wearing the dress, Deshaun Jr., no, you're gonna wear pants.
Okay, so if your child said, "Dad, buy me this," and it's something pertaining.
First of all, you don't tell me what to buy you.
These kids in this day and age.
Well, guess what? My kid, in whatever day and age my kid comes out, that's not gonna happen. That's just not.
But what if your kids wanted a dress?
I would say no. If my son at 8 years old wanted a dress, I would say, well, son.
Okay. Right. So you'll tell him no.
Right.
What is the explanation would you give him? Or you be old school, be like, no, because I said so. Or you gonna say no, son, because of X, Y, and Z.
I would say no, son. You're a man. Men wear pants. Men don't wear dresses. Men don't wear skirts. That's not a part of our tradition. Patterson men don't wear skirts. I didn't wear a skirt. Your daddy didn't wear a skirt.
That's still telling
your granddaddy, your great granddaddy.
That is still telling the child. That is still bringing this heteronormative thing on the child.
You can call it what you want to call it. You can make it whatever title you want to make up for it.
It is.
This is how I feel.
It's the same way. It's the same thing. It's the same thing because you don't want your child to be. You raise your child to be a man, and you don't want your child to be a punk. So that's why he can never wear a dress.
First of all, to me, punk means somebody who don't stick up for themselves. I don't think punk means someone who
faggot or a gay person.
I'm raising a man. Now, if you choose to be gay, that's your decision. Of course, I have no problem with gay people.
Do you think that by your child will make your child effeminate?
I think, yeah. I don't want to raise a girl. If I had a girl, I would raise a girl.
I don't think so.
If I had a boy, and when you have kids, by all means, like I said, to the lady who wrote that, like, I have nothing against her. I can't tell someone how to parent. I can't even, if my sister wanted to do something to my nephew, I couldn't say, like, that's your child. I can't do anything. I ain't got kids, first of all. Second of all, if I was to have kids, that would be how I would do it. I also feel like this discussion would be a lot different if we had kids.
No, but this is our future talk. But what if, in general, we didn't have these. See, this is the problem with the world in general because we have all these titles, and this is for a man, and this is for a girl, and all this separation. What if we didn't have all of these titles and everybody wore gender-neutral clothes like they did in the 70s or like they did in ancient times? Did that make these people less than a man? Even like I said, if we go to the 70s/80s era where they was really like cross-dressing, everything was like borderline, like what Prince wore,
right,
and stuff like that. Did that not make them less than a man?
It didn't make them less of a man, but at the same time, this is today. You know, what if a lot of things you can think hypothetically all you want to, but today is today.
Let's go to
if I had a child today, I would not let my son wear a dress.
Since we're talking about today,
okay,
a real picture like a Young Thug who wears women's clothes.
Okay.
And that Young Thug still getting plenty of women, got a baby mamas and got kids and all that stuff. That still didn't make him less than a man. And these girls still want to be with him.
But this is my thing. Young Thug could do what Young Thug want to do. That has nothing to do with me. I'm talking about my child who I'm raising.
Why? But the same thing. You said you want to let your child to wear women's clothes because you raised your child to be a man. Which this person maybe wore women's clothes when he was younger, or when he wears women's clothes now. Does that make him less than a man? Because yet he's still a man.
Young Thug does what Young Thug wants to do. I don't know Young Thug, so I can't make.
But knowing of, now you might not know him personally, but knowing of Young Thug and knowing that he wears women's clothes, do you look at him less than a man?
I don't know Young Thug.
No. It's just a yes or no answer.
No, it's not a yes or no answer because I don't know Young Thug. I don't know if Young Thug is wearing women's clothes because Young Thug is doing that for publicity.
No.
Young Thug is an artist. Young Thug is a celebrity. Young Thug is not an everyday person. I think it's the difference between Young Thug and an everyday person.
Listen,
I don't think that's a fair comparison.
Oh my God, so congested. Listen, Deshaun, taken out of the celebrity, if you've seen someone and just like in the 70s, now with these whole gender-neutral clothes that people are wearing.
Okay.
Just like a Young Thug, just like a Jaden Smith, like these, there's more people who are very gender fluid in the clothing area.
Okay.
Knowing that, do you look at those guys as less than a man? Yes or no?
I don't. Because
that's the same thing if a child wore a dress.
It's not the same thing. Let me tell you why. First of all, those are celebrities. Second of all, Young Thug is a grown-ass man. Jaden Smith is older. He's not 8. I think it's the difference between a child who's a young child who's impressionable, who needs guidance.
I have another example.
I don't think it's the same thing.
I have another example, and this is a child. Okay. Angelina Jolie